Are there any sort of tips or strategies you have for scaling the inventory operations, but ones that don't create chaos or overstocking? Or is that even possible? Can you scale without the chaos, or is chaos always inevitable?
I don't think it's inevitable. It's definitely possible. But if you have good systems in place that are built to scale and like as you test things, one thing I think is hugely important and is underrated is just doing a physical inventory count, especially as you're changing things or scaling. At worst case, you should do it once a year. But honestly, if you're doing big changes or getting like a bunch of new products or systems, I would every time you have a big change, you should probably do a physical count just to verify that things are going how you expect them to go.
Yeah, and I think also across the board, we see, especially as businesses grow, um, having a good team that is in charge of your inventory processes, whether you have your own warehouse and have your own warehouse team, having somebody really solid in place to manage that, who's holding all of the employees to high standards of kind of not um, shirking on being meticulous about checking in the POs and doing the inventory counts, stuff like that. Or if you're working with a 3PL, kind of having somebody who's the liaison with that 3PL who's doing double checks of like, are they shipping out your products in the best, most cost-effective way? Do they have meticulous processes about physical inventory counts and checking MPOs and stuff like that? Um, it gets, as your business is growing, it gets to be really a lot for an owner to manage. So having really solid people in place, and that's not easy to find. But I know that makes a huge difference. And again, just like when you're preparing to potentially go with an inventory management system and kind of bring out all your processes and your expectations and your questions, do the same thing when you're putting in place a team or a person who's going to be in charge of your inventory processes. What are your expectations? What are your questions? Um, to try and find really that good fit of the person who's kind of take charge and take some of that off your plate and make sure that those inventory processes and systems are maintained.